welcome to another edition of the N.O.W show. This episode gives me so much excitement. We have been trying to do this for
Oh, wow.
anyway. I have with me, as you've seen already, my brother, my friend, Mike Aremu, the saxophonist.
Thank you so much for having me, Auntie.
So our this episode is titled Sounds of Victory, because we know that when we talk about somebody who gives us sounds of victory,
There has to be a sound.
certainly you, Mike. Wow, amazing things you're doing for God. And you've been at this for 20 years.
Yes.
Now, wow.
20 years actually from when I released my first album.
Wow.
So I'm actually I've been doing music almost all my life. So, but 20 years that I celebrated last year.
Yes.
To celebrate 20 years of music excellence when I released my first album.
Okay.
When I signed my first music contract.
When you signed that deal.
that one that made me an artist officially.
Wow.
Yes, ma'am.
An artist officially. How would you say the journey has been?
It hasn't been without its challenges, you know. But honestly, I would say I can only thank God. I can only look back and say, you know, even everything that happened as obstacles or whatever, they have been part of the things that made me who I am right now. So
the obstacles make you.
Honestly, I would say that.
Okay.
Maybe a few years ago I wouldn't say that, but just looking behind and looking back, it's so clear that God actually, you know, will take you through things so to become who He wants you to become. So that's actually my testimony. So in overall, I should say I thank God. I mean, I would do it again. I wouldn't change anything.
I guess it's the testimony of everybody, because they always say that God doesn't give you a testimony without a test.
Yes.
So the test actually leads to the testimony.
That's what makes you. That's what makes. Imagine if you had everything that you wanted. In a way, you lose the place of God. God always wants us to seek Him. He always wants us to want more of Him, often, you know. So, and usually it's by all those tests and all those, you know, trials that draw people near to Him.
Wow, amazing that you say that. So, even in your test, would you say that you make music out of this test?
Well, that's the major inspiration. That's you know, I've done songs like Life Goes On. I've done songs like Vow. These major songs. These songs were born out of my life experience. So, and those were songs that took me through those times. You know, and that's why when people hear it, they can relate to them, or you know, that spirit in the song. Because when I wrote those songs, those were the things I was going through. There was power behind those songs, and anyone with similar situation would, when they listen to the song, you know, the same thing happens to them. Maybe whether you know, in the physical and the spiritual.
Wow. So, other than the things that happened to you, I mean, those tests, those challenges that you've spoken about, how else do you draw inspiration for your songs?
It might be just flying sometimes. You see how the clouds are being arranged. You know, you just you go to to the beach and you're seeing how the waves are. It just tells nature usually inspire me. Nature inspires me. When I see, you know, the sky, the sunset, or you know, just being, like I said, at the beach, just seeing how the oceans, the waves are coming, and you're just wow. Continuously,
the splendor of who God is.
Yes, you just know it's something just happening naturally. You know, like I was thinking this morning when I was praying, I was thinking, wow, nothing actually changes night and day. You sleep and wake up. I mean, that thing just it's been continuous. Like you go to bed and you wake up. That in itself is a miracle. It's just something that happens. So whether somebody leaves or not, that still continues. Nothing stops night and day. So just to acknowledge the God who made that, the one who made that possible, it's great.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
It's always good, when we can see God in everything.
Yes.
The splendor of His majesty.
Yes.
How awesome He is. Because sometimes I come out just to even take a walk, and I look behind me and I see the skies, and I'm like, wow, God is really awesome. How He made the skies like this, and everything like that. So I can imagine for those of you, because for you to write music, sing music, you have a sharper perception than many other people. So for you to be able to look at, I'm sure the way you look at things, it's much more deeper than we would look at it.
Yes, no, I would say so. Yes. Nothing seems ordinary. Everything, I always like to see why anything happens. I always try to get into just even today, not being able to come. I was saying to my sister, they're saying that now I actually understand why everything happened the way it happened. So I'm learning to look at the brighter side of things with COVID. Oh my God, I can say so many good things with the situation. Yes, people have lost their lives. Yes, so many things have changed. But in that, there's still, you can see the hand of God. You can see God in everything. So, yeah.
So tell me how the COVID period, how was that for you? You said so many things have come out of it.
Oh, yes.
I would want you to share some of those things with us, because it's like some people are still discouraged, some people are still fearful, some people are still anxious about the entire thing, and we're thinking,
for me, yes, like any other person, I had the year planned. I was meant to be touring with the band from Nigeria, but then COVID started and the lockdown began, and it was even by chance that I was meant to come in briefly and go back to Nigeria. So it's a good thing I was able to come at the time I came, so that I would be with my family in this time.
That's how God
so that's number one thing, because by all means I was meant to be in Nigeria, and even when it started, I still had the chance to still go, but somehow it didn't happen. So
because no one could have told at that time that it was going to last this long
at all. Who would have imagined like it would be this way, and all the changes happening. So, but then it started. I was a bit very, very upset because I had everything, and not just me, involving other people. It was something that we were looking forward to. So, and then it came. That means we had the year planned up until August. So many things. America here, Germany, a lot of countries in Europe, in Europe, and so all of that, you just begin to, where do we start from? So we're not even sure whether to postpone or but then it started, and God just saying, for me then it was so clear that God wanted to get our attention,
God wanted
the
to
body
get our
of Christ.
attention. Because I was smiling when you were saying, we had everything planned. We had, we had drawn up the program until August.
I could imagine God just saying, oh yeah, go ahead, man. Let's see what will happen.
Yes.
So there's so many. So for me, it was a time that I've drawn closer to God. COVID got me asking questions about even my faith, because sometimes you have to, okay, God, this Christianity that we're doing, what is wrong? Is it us? Is it we that we're not doing it right enough, or is there something that we're missing? personally, so many things had to be reevaluated. The way I look at church, the way I look at serving God, my values were really, I think, were rearranged. Just to put God first in everything that we do. So yes, it was good, but um, also fortunately for me, I have actually been busy, almost as busy as I was before the lockdown. I've been ministering online. I've been doing so many things, and thank God that I've been able to build myself. I've been able to work on in terms of technical things, Zoom and all of that. To be able to still function very well without anybody, just me. I will record myself. I will edit myself.
Wow.
I will edit my videos. I will. I mean everything. I would record. I would record. My album was released during the lockdown.
Congratulations on that. I mean, that was an amazing one to come out.
So
yes,
COVID actually didn't actually stop me in any way. Not the way I really thought it would really affect me, but honestly, it didn't.
Because you spoke about a reevaluation,
yes,
a rearrangement,
yes,
so you were able to look at these things, and now you have emerged.
In hindsight, I'm like, well, yes, that's what when I say emerged.
Yes.
To be a better person. Maybe, yeah. I mean, no one knows how it could have gone if there was no COVID.
Yes.
But certainly with COVID, with all the way, how difficult everything looked, God has still seen us through. The fact that one is living right now, the fact that one is not one of the statistics,
that's a lot to be grateful to God for.
So
I mean,
just so much to be thankful because I mean, I don't know who's watching us. That it's too early to write of 2020. I tell you, it's too early.
I need you to come again on that. I mean, I love what you've just said. It's too early
to write
off 2020.
It's too early.
Amazing.
Yes.
Profound.
It's so a lot of people are saying. I mean, I've seen a lot of memes and all of those kids saying, "Oh, almost like not counting, not counting."
Taking 2020 out of your calendar, out of your life.
If I were,
possible.
it's actually 2020 is actually a remarkable year. It's a year that we must. There's something happening, and I pray that at the end of it, in the end of it, we wouldn't be found wanting, or we wouldn't have missed so much because of our fears, because of our uncertainties. So it's good to just trust God and just know that in this time we will continue to trust Him, because we don't know. Yes, there's been east and all of that. People ask me, when are you traveling? Listen, I don't know. Whenever I'm actually ready right now. However long God wants it to take, I'm ready.
However long God wants it to take, you're ready.
Yes.
So it's all about God.
That's what God wanted from me first. That's the agenda. Everything in this life. One of the things I learned, everything is in this life is about God. See, nothing is about us. It says, He has created all things for His pleasure.
For His pleasure.
They were and were
created.
So even our worship, we think, it's about, what is the pastor going to say? If you sing with the congregation move, God is telling me, listen, I'm the only on the audience that matters.
Wow. That is profound.
I'm the only audience it's all about me.
So it's just about you and God. Every time.
If it's not about me, it's about God. It's about everything. I mean, look at it. People, with this COVID, yes, people will say churches are not open. But I have one thing. I was listening to Premier Radio, Christian radio station. Somebody said, listen, we checked statistics. More people have actually sought God in these times.
Yes,
because
definitely.
The government failed them.
Yes.
Everything failed.
Everything failed.
Today wear mask, tomorrow don't wear mask. Today it's caused by this and all this. it's 5G, it's a 4, it's just a lot of confusion. And people just, maybe there might just be a chance that there is God for those who didn't believe that.
Didn't believe before.
Yes, yes. So in a way, people are reaching out more. I would do a live stream, and people are linking up with people who I've never met, I don't think I would expect, I would ever have imagined them to come on my platform. You see them, and that's the power of the internet. Maybe they're just doing something else, and
you throw and you come on.
Yes. And then you see, and that has happened to me as well. I'm looking for something else, and something else comes. I'm like, oh wow, this is profound.
Because it's actually an amazing chance for people to get to know you, get to know the God,
yes.
And get to know everything behind Mike Aremu.
Yes.
What makes Mike Aremu who he is. So, what makes Mike Aremu what he is?
I think I would say he's a God factor, to be honest. I'm just, Mike Aremu is just everything about me, just like I spoke earlier, including the things I've been through. It's just everything pointing to God and the God in me. I think that's but also be so that everything is not spiritual. I think I'm someone who works hard, who
Definitely.
I'm not content with just one, I just want more. I want more. I want to do more. What else can I do? How else can I communicate my music? Or I am always looking for that. And things of God, I think they move me more. I love family. I love my family. I love my family. Yes. I don't know if that answers your question.
Certainly, you love your family.
I don't think I've had maybe 3 straight months with my family. No travels, nothing.
This is a beauty about the COVID. This is the pandemic period that's given a lot of families time to actually bond, because we're so busy running after our daily living lives that we have not had this kind of time, this kind of quality time.
That's also something that is missing in communities in the world. Families are being attacked by the enemy, so many family issues. And really because people are just trying to make ends meet.
Okay.
Do you understand? But then, tell me what else would have made people so bonded with their families, apart from something like this, what else?
Truly,
God actually stopped everything for a reset. Everything has to be reset. Family, you and your families, and the more families are together, there's that goes a long way in the society. A lot of families, a lot of things you see right now is because people are coming from a dysfunctional family, and you can't actually blame it's just you can't blame anybody really.
Yes.
But it probably would take a thing like the COVID-19
to stop us in our tracks.
Work from home. And then now the companies are thinking, I think it's, a lot of companies actually are considering that.
Because they can see that people are even more productive.
Exactly.
Working from home.
Yeah. So it didn't change for a lot of people. It didn't really change much.
Look at you. You've said that you've come up with doing a lot of things on your own now. And everything.
Concerts. I don't have to think about venue, just like that.
Isn't God amazing?
Yeah, God is amazing. That's why in everything we just thank God. Especially for the fact, the only thing, for the fact that we're still living. I'm so excited. I'm not afraid about what the future holds. But I'm just very curious to know how it will look like, because whatever it is, I believe one is ready. I think there might be even more things coming about, it might not be pandemic, it might be something else, but probably God is just preparing us for something even more. So that's why people just need not to waste this time, this period. Make sure you know your God, make sure that you're solid, honestly, because there might be other things to come.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow. I like that. I like the way you say that. So we should be prepared.
Yes, this is
because
probably a dress rehearsal.
Dress rehearsal. Wow.
Yeah,
Because some people that may sound scary.
Yeah, I mean, that's why you see when I said everything is pointing to God, God just wants us to trust Him. He doesn't like the
just
fact
trust
that
God.
What is the problem with the West? West is they just want to be able to figure everything out. Science wants to be able to figure everything out, but there's also missing, the place of God. Sometimes it makes us just not to really see how important God is. People are seeking for God more in Africa, if you notice, because in Africa you have to believe God for almost everything. You have to believe God for NEPA, for lighting. In Africa, you have to believe God for everything.
Yes.
Whereas here, all you need to do is pay your bills, and everything is working. So that thing has made, though it has its advantages and disadvantages, but it's made people to just want to depend. They just depend on God. They want to pray. Oh, let's pray that we have good NEPA. But somehow, whether you realize it or not, it's allowing you to just have something else to depend on, not your what you can do, not your what your money can do for you. So I believe God is bringing us to a place where we just recognize His supremacy, to know that you need something other than whatever you think you have that is making you comfortable.
Okay. Wow, amazing, profound. We're learning so much from you.
Oh, really?
So much. So, Mike, coming back to your music, why did you choose gospel? Why not secular music? Because someone would say maybe there's more money in secular music or something. So why?
I have actually explored every other kind of music.
Okay.
So usually when people would ask me, "Oh, what kind of music do you do?" I just tell them, "Okay, my music is Afro-Go-Jazz." So,
Afro-Go-Jazz.
Yeah. So Afro meaning African, Go meaning gospel, and then jazz. So those elements you find in my music.
Yes, truly.
But lately I have been saying that God exactly wants me to be specific. He wants me to do. He wants me to play gospel.
So it's all about God, about His worship.
Yes. Right now, I mean, it took quite a number of years for me to come to that conclusion. I mean, I do, my Sax Appeal concert is arguably the biggest jazz concert in Nigeria. And it's not gospel, it's not, but as big as that concert is, as huge as the budget is, it hasn't really brought the result that I wanted. But then I would do a gospel concert, and it doesn't just stress me. For some reason, I get, especially in Nigeria, tables are sold out, things are sold out.
I think there's a lesson in what you have just said.
Oh yes, yes.
When you're doing things your own way,
that's
there's a lot of struggle with it.
Yes.
But when you submit everything to God,
oh no, it's just, I'm telling you, I can say that very, very, very clearly. I mean, the best place to say,
wow.
My Sax Appeal, the third one, I think Sax Appeal 3, that was Aliko Dangote there. Tell me everybody
that you didn't call.
That wasn't there. I didn't call them, they came.
They came.
I mean, how many governors were there?
Yes, yes.
And I brought Kenny G from America. I remember my budget then. I mean, just when I think about it, I was just thinking, what was I thinking? Why would I do anything? But then at that time, that was what I knew. That's, I was cool, I was moved by that.
At that time, that was what you knew.
That's what I knew. And God probably just wanted me to go through it and, and learn whatever I had to learn from that.